So we are live now.
Okay, we can share the link also in the group written, after some time. YouTube link.
Okay, ma'am. I will share. Once we start, we can share.
Ayub sir, your native is from Morocco. You are from? Where are you from?
I'm from Morocco.
Your native is Morocco?
No, it's not Mauritius. Morocco is the North Africa country. It's situated in the northwest of Africa.
No, I'm asking about your fathers and mothers. They are from Morocco, or the native is Morocco or some other place? Native. Yeah.
Native, they are from Morocco. They are Moroccans.
Okay, fine. Thank
you. Yeah. But the south of Morocco, not the north.
Okay.
Okay, I think we will start, but then in the meantime, the people will join.
Yes, ma'am.
Nancy, ma'am.
Purnima, can you just unmute and start the session?
There is a problem.
Ma'am, I think yes, ma'am. I think she's facing. I think she's facing some network issues.
You can.
So good afternoon, everyone. So we welcome you all to the second day of the international conference. So at this juncture, I would like to welcome Dr. L. Chitra, HOD EEE, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Jansi ma'am. Good evening to one and all present here. It's a very great pleasure to join you on the second day of International Faculty Development Program on Challenges in Energy Management for Smart Cities. Distinguished Chief Guest of the Day, Mr. Ayub, Senior Efficiency and Energy Engineer, Moroccan Ministry of Energy and Mining, Morocco. And I, on behalf of our department and management, Vinaha Missions Research Foundation, and the faculty of AVIT, I would like to welcome you, sir. And I'm very happy that sir is visiting our platform, that is the virtual platform, second time. And 2-3 months back, it was a nice session given by sir for our students. And he's an eminent speaker in the area of energy, that is efficiency, energy, all these things. Is a major interest of area is in energy. That is more about renewable energy. And he's also working in smart city. So I'm very happy to invite you, sir. And I also like to welcome, and I'm so pleased about the participation and of all the participants from all over the world. I'm happy to invite all the faculty members of AVIT, not only from electrical. Other than that, all the faculty members have joined. I think some of the members have joined here. Once again, I would like to welcome you all on behalf of our department. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So now it's a great honor and pleasure to have the resource person of the day, Mr. Ayub Awarim, admits us for the second time. Okay, it gives us immense joy and pleasure. Now I call upon Mr. Ratan Kumar to introduce the chief guest of the day.
Thank you, ma'am. So it gives me immense pleasure to introduce the guest for the today's event and my friend, Mr. Ayub Abraham. So Mr. Ayub Abraham got his bachelorate in mathematics in the year 2010 and followed by his engineering studies from National School of Applied Sciences, where he got his engineering diploma in the year 2015. from background of electrical engineering. After that, he has worked in few private power plants, and then he joined the Moroccan Ministry of Energy, Mining and Environmental Science in the year 2016. He is a certified CEM for American Association of Energy Engineers, and also certified ISO 50002, ISO 19011. And he has participated on various training programs conducted by the government of Thailand, government of Lebanon, government of Tunisia, and he has also undergone training at National Institute of Solar Energy, New Delhi, India. And now he is pursuing his PhD in energy efficiency. Presently, he is working as senior efficiency energy engineer with Moroccan Ministry of Energy and Mining. So it would be great to have you here, Ayub.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ratan.
Right.
I'm very glad to be here with you, and hope that my presentation gives informations and gives to you an overview about my country and the status of smart city in my country. So, can I start the presentation?
Ayub, let me mute everyone. Then you can unmute yourself and start so that you don't get disturbed.
Okay.
Yes, you can unmute and start, Ayub.
So I am Ayub Oborhim, and I'm very glad to be here with you and to give you a presentation about smart cities and
Excuse me,
opportunities.
Ayub.
Okay.
Just before you start, you can stop the attenuation from the external participants. On the top, you have 3 dots.
Yeah.
In that, if you click it, you will get stop attenuation from external participants. There's option.
Right here, record this call.
Stop annotation from external participants.
Okay, here in more stall meeting.
Then I think Shar has to minimize and see the PPT.
Disable annotation for others, I think.
Yes,
no?
yes.
Okay.
Okay, now you can start.
3-star point you have to tell. From that only you can take, no? Ratan sir?
Yes, he found it. I think Ayub, you found it, right?
Okay.
Okay, please carry on.
And then, sorry.
Yes, it's okay.
So hi everyone. I'm very glad to be here with you and present to you the smart city profiling in Morocco and opportunities for smart city in our country. So I am Ayub Oborhim, a senior efficiency energy engineer in Moroccan Ministry of Energy and Mining. So we're gonna proceed in this plan as you see here. So I will present you firstly the country profile of Morocco, then the smart city concept in general way, and the opportunities for Morocco and Casablanca, then and Marrakesh as examples for the smart city in our country. So the Moroccan country, as you see, is in the north or west of Africa, the extremely north of west of Africa. We are near from the Spain, Portugal, and we are in a strategical, position. Our political regime is constitutional, democratic, parliamentary, and social monarchy. And this is our king, as you see here, Mohammed, Sa Majesty King Mohammed VI. And the head of our government is Saadin Atmani. Our capital is Rabat, and we are about 34 millions of population. And we speak Arabic and Amazigh essentially, but we study in French. We use usually French in administration and all our daily, we use French, not English, and our currency is the Moroccan dirham. So this is the smart city concept in general. So as you see here, the smart city is a combination of too many, fields that must be smart and give us a smart city. So the smart we have to in the city, we have to have a smart governance and smart education and smart citizens that must interact between there to give us a smart city, smart energy, which is the main part and the important part, and also the smart technology, smart infrastructure, and smart mobility, smart building, and smart family healthcare. So here we're gonna proceed for each, each part of the diagram that I showed you. For a smart technology, for to have a smart city, we have to use the latest and the efficiency technologies. For example, in data processing, in managing transport, in disaster management, for example, we have to use the latest and the most powerful technologies to guarantee it. To guarantee the perfect city. Also in public administrations, in transport, what I mean is to use the latest technology, but this technology must be efficient. And the second pillar is energy management. So the energy management or smart energy is based essentially on the smart grid. And where we talk about a smart grid, we have to provide, less energy and guarantee the same service. And this is the basically the definition of energy efficiency, is how to give and how to maintain the same quality of service and with consuming less energy. And when we talk about the quality of service, we talk about the same, service which is accessible from different citizens. And electricity also must be general. And we have also to respond of increasing of electricity. So, and for doing that, we need to have a smart grid. And we have also to have a diversify energy sources. For example, we need to have gas energy from gas, renewable energy, and also, for example, having the solar renewable energy and maybe nuclear energy. This makes that can make us to choose the list, the cheap prices and the cheap cost of energy, but the same quality. And also we have to maintain the demand and response. And that's what I said, we have to respond and have a strategy for increasing of demands. And also we have to maintain the electricity market. So in the point of view of energy, a smart city is a city that can guarantee electricity of every citizens with a low price. That is the conclusion of energy. So we have first, and before to think about smart city, we have to develop energy efficiency, which is a very important part. The energy efficiency is how can we convince people to change their behaviors to the energy, and that needs a lot of promotions and needs also a lot of sensibilizations, but it's still the main component of a smart city. And then the infrastructure. So it's about thinking about urban planning in a holistic way. And this is especially for the new cities. for new cities. So, and before to plan the city, we need to take into accounting the whole component of the city. For example, where I will have to put the hospital, where I have to put the solar, for example, power plant, the wind power plant, the position of the city, and also the potential of, for example, of renewable energy of this city, and how can we and the climatic conditions of the city also, and how can we build the perfect city. Not a perfect, but you know, about 80% independent city, and especially in energy needs. So this is the third pillar of the smart cities, smart infrastructure, and this is for the new cities. And for old cities, if there is extrapolation, for example, I will show you the example of Casablanca. It may be in that way. It maybe it have to take in accounting and take into consideration a lot of things, a lot of for example, a lot of positions of each you know, administration must be, for example, near to the citizens, where I have to build, for example, houses, where I have to put industrial zone, etc. And for this is a very important pillar in the smart city, is the mobility or transport. So how we can guarantee the good transport, efficient transport for citizens, and with a low cost. And for example, when we want to for example build a public transportation in some cities, and that's have to take into accounting how to connect all people, and it must take also in consideration for example, it have to be near than hospitals, administrations, you know, where the people lives. And also we have to take, and we have to develop applications. And for example, for Morocco, we have an application that makes you, for example, if you want to travel from a city to another city, you can be taken by other persons or other one that they have, for example, a car and the same destination, just by application. So also we have application that you can pay a ticket from just your phone, etc. And I think this is in the whole and the major of cities in the world, but it's very important because it saves you money, saves you, for example, energy. And I saw that in India, for example, for the metro, there is a plastic tickets, and it is very important. That's because that's allow to you to protect your environment, and that is was in Gurgaon in Delhi, the metro of Delhi. They don't use paper tickets. And the other pillar is to have a smart building. As you know, the efficiency, energy, and or the sectors that consumes energy, we have transport, we have industry, and we have residential, you know, part, which is very, very important. If we arrive and if we arrive to create energy management in each building, and then we can save a lot of energy, and which is very important. And now we have a lot of systems that allow to you to to maintain and know how much of energy that each building consumes, and where is the potential saving of energy in buildings. We have these systems, and we can use it in the building to save energy. For example, if you want, for example, I turn on the light, I don't need that to turn on the light and turn off. There is a present, for example, sensor that may take this, you know, may take this action, and with less of energy. And this is very important because the residential part is a consumer of energy of around the world, and this is very important. And the most important of that is changing the behavior of persons. We have to take initiative, and we have to make a lot of sensibilizations companies for people to take into account and consideration the saving of energy in the residential part. And also there is a lot of fields that we have to cover by technology, like video surveillance, and to avoid the problems, and also control of climatization, etc. So this is also the very important part. And also a part which is very important is the healthcare. So, and using of technology in this part is very important, because for example, in Morocco we have an application that show you where is the pharmacy that is open in that time, and this is very important, and it makes to you to save lives, which is very valuable. Also, we have to know where is hospitals, the doctors, and all it is what is in relation about the system healthcare must be in informatic application that makes the citizen very near, and that take that allow to him to 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 care himself and be near of the system of the healthcare. And finally, the big data or data drive, and this is the neural part, and this is the mind of the city. If you can collect informations, or for example, where is the citizens that consumes energy, for example, and the citizens, the location of citizens that they don't respect, for example, the times, and where is the citizens that they eat a lot. There is the citizens, all about data. And as you see, and as you know, the power of social media is the data. So the data is very, very important. And if we have exact data in a city, and we have a lot of data in that city, now the control will be more easier for that city. And that's why it's very important to collect data and analyze data. And this must be in the government part, because we can sell that to private sector, because it's very important. For example, if I know the consumers of these products in some area, then I can sell and I present that product in this area. So this is very important. The data are the most very important part of the smart city, because it's allowed to you to control the city and to know the needs of the city, so that you can respond to that city. And the most paid jobs, as you know, nowadays is the data analysis, is all what is in relation about data, because they are very important. And finally, and the main important part is the citizens. And as you know, the citizens is the most important part in the city, because without citizens we don't have a city. And so then we have to provide to the citizens informations, and to take them always in knowing the news of the city. For example, if I set an application that may make for example the transportation, and know the or an application, for example, to take an appointment from the doctors, all citizens have to know this, how to use this application. And this is the role of the government in that city. And for example, every new policy adopted by each by each department of this city, it must be in the mind of the citizens. And this is the main, the main job of communication, which is also an important part of the job of the government, is to communicate and to let citizens to know the news of their city, so that they can interact with this and they can use this application, because all it is about the citizens and the equity of citizens, equity in access of electricity, equity for learning, equity to access to the healthcare system, etc. So that is this is the most important pillar of smart cities. So for example, in Morocco, as you see here, the first, the smart city and the first city that implement they try to implement this system, because it's an old city, but it contains about 3.3 millions of population, and this is the largest city in our country, and it's a port city and commercial hub in western of Morocco. And because the government tried to develop this city because it's very important city, and it's commercial city. And the government starts to implement many systems in transportation, in buildings, cameras in the streets, etc., to facilitate and to make to the citizens that they feel very valuable in their city, and also make city response to the changing of the world. So Casablanca, as you see here, sorry. Casablanca is a metropolis recognized by its vitality and economic dynamism with international reach. And as an emerging African financial hub, was awarded by the AAA as a smart city initiative on the basis of a concept of smart, frugal, social and sustainable city. So for the transportation in Casablanca, they're trying to electrify the system of transportation, and they are using the tramway, for example, for transportation, electrical buses, electrical vehicles, and to connect the whole city with each other. Also, there is application in the healthcare, and I will come back to the system to explain what actions took by the government in this city. So for the smart governance and smart education, so there is a lot of applications that allow to you to have your people, for example, for your national card, the people that you need, for example, to make your passport or national card or ID card, is just by internet and by an application, for example, in that city. For smart city, for the healthcare, there is a lot of clinics that are connected to each other and make the applications, for example, to access and know, for example, the specialty that are, in each clinic. And also there is a notation that made by the citizens who are who they visited the clinics. For smarter building and especially efficiency energy, and the government is setting up or set up a law of efficiency energy that take into account, the zone of each city, the position of each city, and the characteristics of each new building. If there is no respects of these characteristics, then the permit, and you will not be able to build a new building. And also there is, in the buildings, there is some areas that using photovoltaics and using renewable energy to produce electricity. And for smart mobility in Casablanca, we have a tramway. It's like not like a metro, but like electrical, huge. I don't know if it is in the pictures. No, It is not in the pictures. We have a tramway. So the tramway is like a kind of electrical buses that works in electricity, because we have a lot of traffic in Casablanca. And because it is a city which is financial city and commercial city, we have a lot of traffics. So this tramway is trying to connect the whole city each other, and so that make that may allow to the citizens to feel good and feel free and to avoid the traffic. For smart infrastructure, and here, as you see, Casablanca is doing very huge. And as you see here in the picture, this is the extrapolation of Casablanca, which name is Znata. And this Znata is near the Casablanca, is a new city. This is taken into consideration the smart infrastructure. So, you know, it's also a portal small city, and we have here solar in rooftops, and this city is connected with the surveillance camera in each street, which will be near to Casablanca. So it takes into account this diagram of smart city. And also it will use the new technologies as a smart technology. For the smart technology, we are trying to setting up the 5G. And for smart energy, you know, there is a lot of initiatives for the government to help people and to help especially agricultures to set up solar panels. And also there is a lot of facilitations if you want to invest in any kind of renewable energy, and also for other types of energy like biomass, etc. Another city which is, and by the way, this Casablanca is the first African city to the part of the network of 25 smart cities selected by the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, the last association, as you know, of digital and information technology professionals in the world. So it was nominated like a smart city, yeah, of course, between the 25 cities. We have another important city, which is Marrakesh, and which is in the southeast, as you see here in the map. So is a city of Western Morocco, is based on you know, on touristics. And a lot of tourists that visits Marrakesh. It's well known about the touristic monuments in Marrakesh, as you see in the pictures. So the you know, and Marrakesh is organized the COP22, and I think for 3 years from now, or 4 years, I think, from now. And it is a very important city which start to implement this process, as you see here. And for smart governance and smart education, the same what I said from Casablanca. For smart healthcare, we should try to open its doors to invest for the external to improve the system healthcare. Also for the smart building, the same rule, which is, you know, the same rule in Casablanca is in the Marrakesh. They have to respect, you know, some physical, you know, rules to, so that they can build a new houses. For the mobility, we don't have the tramway there, but we have electrical bus, which are presented in COP22. The electrical bus is implemented, are implemented for citizens in one part and for tourists for the other part. Smart infrastructure, Marrakesh also tried to extrapolate, you know, some neighborhoods, and the local government is trying to create 2 new cities which taken into account what I said in these diagrams. And also finally, the smart technology, the smart energy city, as I present, Marrakesh is very near towards it, where we have the first solar power in Africa, the hugest solar power in Africa is near to that city. So Marrakesh also, this power plant provide electricity for Marrakesh and neighbors. And also the main important part for this city is all what can provide, more value to the touristic part, including saving energy, sensibilization, for example, for the tourist and the receiver of tourists, the hotels, because the first consumer here, we are talking about hotels. The local government always organize some, sensibilization panels for the hotels owners to save energy and to communicate good with citizens. So finally, we can say that Morocco aspires to become a benchmark in smart cities of Africa, and the more than half of Moroccan sorry, more than half of Moroccan population lives cities today. This share will reach nearly about 70% in 2050, and Morocco is starting to apply this concept for the new cities, especially, and for the old important city. And thank you. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for teaching us how us to be smart in everything, right from smart technology, smart grid, smart building, smart city, and smart healthcare, and taking us on a virtual tour to Casablanca and Marrakesh.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Thank you so much. Stop sharing.
The room is now open for sharing. If any of the participants want to raise any queries or share your feedback, you can do so now. Or else you can post your queries in the chat window.
Now you can unmute yourself, and if you want to ask any question, you can ask. I'll change the setting.
Sir, very good afternoon, sir. This is Dr. Kirtnarayanan, who is a faculty of dentistry who is attending this international FTP, sir.
That's great.
Because we got to know that it is becoming a smart energy systems, which plays a very important role irrespective of any faculty. Okay, being a healthcare professional, I got to know during this COVID time how important these energy systems play a very vital role in our practice. My question here is, sir, like how can we trust these smart system when you talk about a healthcare scenario? How was the percentage of trust or trustworthiness in this smart system, sir?
Yeah. As I understand, hello. As I understand, your question is about how to be smart in healthcare system.
Yes. No, how much we can trust? What is the trust? Like you need to be 100% perfect when you do something, when you talk about the life of an individual. So what is the, like how much you can trust or how far we can depend on these systems?
Yeah, how can we trust? So as I said first, to be smart in each area, and especially the healthcare, it takes time. So it takes time from the citizens, and it takes time from the organizations and clinics and the government. So the most important part here is the internet. And when we talk about the security of smart healthcare, we are talking about the security of the internet, the security of the networks. So more we are dependent more we depend to this healthcare, more our hub of communication, the internet, the network must be very powerful, and that's why we use the smart technology. as I said first, because when we talk about smart healthcare, we don't talk only about smart healthcare. We talk about a lot of a combination. And when we say a powerful smart healthcare, we have to be in the powerful smart technologies. We are totally protected from viruses, from a lot of things. And we talk about also about citizens and citizens, which is the smart citizen, which is the main part of all of that. We have to play it safe, as I said. Okay, so the powerful of this system and how much can we depend on this system, we have also to depend and we have to protect a lot of systems because it's all about a combination.
So
Do I?
to add on, sir, one more thing, Kirti sir, here we are now working with AI, isn't it? That is a major thing. Artificial intelligence is included along with the sensors, so it
Yeah.
becomes more smart.
Ma'am, the
Uh,
problem
uh,
here is the security system, as sir was telling. See, we are
mm,
not, I don't feel the security system is up to the mark where it is easy to breach the
yes,
data.
yes, yes. That you are correct, sir,
So,
because we are using cloud, IoT, everything.
Yeah.
So there may be a problem in security, but there are some provisions
Yeah.
which we. Yes, Ayub sir.
Yeah, there are some. I I didn't hear you.
No, sir is asking about security issues when we are talking about healthcare, because we are transferring information from cloud, all these things. May I correct, sir? You are asking in that manner?
yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So,
Cloud.
how can we improvise the security system in such cases? What is the possible, like maybe in the future perspective, what could be the possible chances?
The security system. I'm talking about the communication with this with the healthcare system. But the healthcare system is the role of the government. The government that must be develop the healthcare system. And also it's also a combination of a lot of things. Is for example, studying of doctors, materials, the disponibility and of materials, you know. So the improving the healthcare system is the rule and the responsibility of the government. Now here we talk about just the communication with a good healthcare system with the good citizens, but the rule to make the citizens good and the rule to make the healthcare good and improving the citizens of the healthcare is the role of the government and also the role of the citizens. But we can say about 70% the role of the government. Okay.
Yeah, sir. True. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Question in the chat window. Someone has asked about how to ensure the data security.
Ma'am, your voice is low. What's the question?
How to ensure data security.
How to ensure data security? The question is how to ensure data security. The same
Only.
question.
Same, relatedly, both are
Okay.
same.
How to ensure the security, healthcare security. Yeah.
Data security, sir. Data security.
Data security.
Can you read it, please? Can you write it?
Wait, sir. It's in chat box, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I will repost it.
I think cyber security also plays a role here, isn't it, sir? Whenever
Yeah.
we are talking
Ayub,
about.
I have put you on chat.
Yes. Yes, it's very good question about the data security, because you know the first part of the ensure the data security is to have local servers, and the informaticians that will know this servers, and we have the local tools. You have to not be dependent to another country or another government. You have to try to develop your own tools and to save also the data in a safe place. And also if you want to use the internet is very, the data mustn't be we have to avoid, you connecting our data with the external internet. So we have to use only intranet, the difference, because internet is connected to with the whole world, but intranet is controlled. We can use it only in our country. And that is the only way to protect. And also we have also to develop our skills in cybersecurity. We have to form experts and read disciplines in cybersecurity. It's very important part. And because when we talk, as I said, about smart, we talk totally about internet and intranet. We have to keep the data internal, they mustn't be connected with the outside or with the internet. Because do I do I respond to your question, madam?
Sir, this is Dr. Vijay Bhaskar from Anna University. I just want to actually clarify the things with what the madam asked, and as well as the previous question raised by the professor. And generally to say both the madam, this is not for the question, sir. Actually, I just want to compromise this. 100% security is always 100% waste. We should understand first of all. Because in each and every developments, what we are giving is totally waste. So there are so many aspects in especially smart grid system. There are various techniques for securing software development, especially securing coding standard. Like yesterday itself, I was studying about on paper that MISRA Sri and ISO IEC 25010. There are so many series available. There are a very good example of that series, which will helpful for getting some improved code quality, and also to minimize the secure coding bugs implementation, security bugs during the implementation. So we should understand that there are so many software developed in all such cases for data security, especially in the case of this smart grid oriented. And I think you better go through that security oriented problems. But finally, the only one thing is 100% security is 100% waste. We should have a minimum range of is there which can be prescribed within the limit. That is what my things. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your clarifications.
There are so many series of development. Just go through. Even embedded development software also available, sir. You can search all those things. Madam, this is for your this thing. There are so many papers available in the smart grid oriented security networks, and as well as how the data can be secured in a possible ways. Thank you, Bhuvali sir. Thank you, Bhuvali sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, your point is correct, whatever you said.
Yes,
but 100% we cannot open in the website.
Yes,
even
sir,
if you take for US or any Japan or any country, they won't open. Even our university, our EB line, if you go to the Mount Road, they won't give any single data. Do you know that?
Yes, sir. Of course.
So that 100% security, but minimum.
Yes, sir.
Some data only we can show to the that is the public. Some data we cannot show it because there are some problem in the power factor side. There are some problem in the capacitor placing side. So this point we have to consider. Sir. This is my suggestion.
Yes,
okay?
That is very, very important because that code average analysis and that penetration security. I studied yesterday itself. There are major two proven approaches in the security analysis measures to improve the quality of the tests. That is what I just wanted to say to that madam. Madam is very keen about the data security. That is what.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your nice
information. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Audience?
Good evening, sir. This is Rama Devi. I have one small doubt. Shall I?
Come on. Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Sir, in the case of smart city, smart charging, a word comes smart charging for electrical vehicles. And also they say fast charging. Nowadays work is going on related to fast charging. Will fast charging not affect the battery life? That what one small silly doubt I have here. They go for fast charging. Will it not affect battery life?
Definitely, it will affect
Sir, kindly, sir, Bhupati sir, kindly unmute yourself and talk, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bhupati sir.
Bhupati sir, you are on mute.
Sorry. Madam, your question is very nice. Yeah, please, sir. Please go ahead, Ayub, sir. Ayub,
Thank
sir,
you,
you want to give answer?
Ayub, please.
No. Go ahead, sir. Go.
What, sir?
Bhupati.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, madam, you said that is a fast charging, no? That is
Yes.
entirely dangerous, madam. Example, you take your normal life. If you are taking food fast way, immediately run up. You are taking the within the second you are taking the food, and next you are going for meeting. Definitely, it will spoil your stomach. Yes or no? You tell me, madam.
Yes, sir. I too think in the same manner.
Yes,
That's what I'm
my point is
clarifying it.
correct.
Yeah. But I could see people working on fast charging and they talk about fast charging. I just have a
Definitely,
doubt. What about the battery life then if fast charging
yeah,
means that's
madam,
what the
that
same
is a point.
question.
The life will reduce, battery life will
Yeah.
decrease. That's the point.
Yeah, but
If-
work is going on even that stream. That's what I have doubt.
Yeah, your point is correct, madam. The fast charges nowadays, the Samsung mobile, or if you take for a new mobile, within the 1 hour you can get the charge,
Yeah.
and slowly it's discharging. You can did you
Yes.
analyze, madam?
Yes.
The discharge is very slow and
Yes.
charging is fast. Yes,
Yes.
or no?
Yes.
So that is depends upon the material combination, madam. So
Yes.
anyway, if you are going for charging and discharge in the fast way, lifetime will reduce. Now
Yeah.
till the research is going the battery segment. This is my point.
Yes.
Are you, sir? My point is okay.
Just yes, sir. So same. My way of thinking on same way. But I'm just ensuring
Yeah,
whether
sure.
I'm guessing
Yeah,
correctly.
thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you, madam,
thank
for
you, sir.
asking the question. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ramadevi, madam,
thank-
for asking question.
Thank
Next
you, sir.
person.
Ayub sir, please your discussion about the ma'am question.
Ayub, sir, would you like to say anything regarding the madam question? Would you like to say anything?
Your suggestions, please, sir.
Just as you said, it's very dangerous for lives, the fast chargers. And despite of that, also we have the harmonics in the grid.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
If there is any questions, other questions, please.
Any other questions from the participants?
Then, sir, if there are no more questions, we'll move on to the virtual photograph session.
Yes.
I think the guest has to join.
Ayub? Ayub? Okay, fine. I request everyone to kindly switch on your videos. So we can take a just virtual photograph of the event. Please wait. Okay, thank you.
Thank you all. The essence of all beautiful art is gratitude.
Thank you so much, madam.
I take this opportunity as my privilege to invite Dr. K. Bhupati, Professor of Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department, to propose the vote of thanks. Bhupati,
Sir,
sir,
Bhupati,
you have
sir.
to unmute yourself.
You have to unmute yourself, sir.
Jansi, madam, thank you.
Yes, sir.
It is a great pleasure for me to propose a vote of thanks for the today's webinar. First of all, I would like to thank the Almighty, without whose grace nothing is impossible in this world. I'd like to thank the management, AVIT, VMRF, for giving the permission to organize this wonderful section. And also, my sincere, heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, resource person, Ayub sir, for accepting our invitation and giving the best knowledge and from starting to end. You have shared your nice knowledge, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your nice presentation. Thanks, Lord. And also, thanks to all the participants and my coordinators, and my special thanks to HOD madam for kind cooperation. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all for your active participation in day 2 session. Hope to see you all with yet another interesting topic tomorrow. Till then, stay safe, all of you, and thank you.
Feedback link, madam.
And feedback link will be posted shortly. Thank you all once again.
Ratan, few more
Thank you.
information about YouTube link also you can
Now,
provide us.
those participants who have missed a bit of the session and all, this video is being shot live on YouTube. You can refer the YouTube video link and you can fill the feedback also. Anyhow, I have filled the feedback on your chat box too. So kindly you can follow our YouTube page too.
Thank you, Ayub sir.
Thank you. You are welcome. And